Hey, fellow gamers! I'm back this week. Worky McWorkerson didn't interrupt me. Tried to, had a meeting right before this, but I had enough time to go grab a coffee and get to coding, so here we are. One thing I didn't just do is make sure I'm actually streaming here. Want to let me check. So it looks like... Yep. Looks like I'm in the places I'm supposed to be. So that's always a good thing. That is not what I meant to do. Wrong Buton. Bad Buton. All right, so here we go. I am going to hopefully start working a little bit on pawns today. So we're gonna leave the world generation behind for a minute. There's more work we need to do, but for the moment, we'll call it good enough because I want to work on something different. Sent you to Chill Vibes Music Live. That's what? Huh. I don't get it, but I'm glad you're here anyway. So, there was two things that I wanted to work on today. One is to get my work Slack to stop pinging me every 2 minutes. That's not one of them, though. I wish that would happen because, good God, leave me alone. The other is one of the others is to work on pawns. See if we can get some little basic pawny guys going on in the maps there. And the other thing was kind of starting to organize things and do some planning. 24-hour live music channel playing chill. Boy, I could have used some of that this morning. My work code was pissing me off, so I had to decide that was going to be a tomorrow problem. So I've started adding some issues or feature enhancements and things we want to add. Like the play map right now is just generates. It doesn't pay attention to what biome it's in or anything. Ultimately want to work the C extension. Perlin Noise is a C extension now that I have the Pro version because that'll speed things up. We want to create the pawn people, which is what we're going to work on today. We want to allow multiple save files because right now you hit save and it just goes one place. By golly. We need to save and load the play maps because right now we're only saving and loading the world map, and this is irrelevant. So I made a little milestone, which is the 0.1.0 tech demo, which basically is just starting to get systems in place. So I've added these things to that. I also started playing with GitHub projects because I've never messed with GitHub projects before. I've used a lot of other project management systems, but never theirs. So I'm playing with this, and I've set up some projects here for like overarching areas of stuff that we want to get working on at some point. But anyway, that's what I'm kind of doing there. You guys are free to add any issues that you think of, that if you see something that needs to be changed, if you think of enhancements, if you think of features that you'd like to have in there, you are free to knock yourself out in the issues. You are also very free to do PRs on things if you are so inclined. That's kind of why I open sourced this, so that people would have a place to play, try things out. So anyway, this is what we're going to work on today. So there probably won't be a whole lot of visuals here. This is probably going to be more data object type stuff, though we may try to put a little something on the screen. So we're not going to be going in GUI. We're going to be going in models. So first thing I want to do is make a spec for this. So in models, we are going to make one called pawns. Because eventually we'll have like colonist pawns and yeah, we can use some default images, some little placeholder things or a little square or something. But eventually we'll have like colonist pawns and enemy pawns and, you know, yada yada yada. So we'll start with just pawns. So we're gonna do a I guess we'll just call this model a pawn spec. A pawn spec? No, it's a pawn. And we are going to grab our stuff. And we are going to describe pawn. Now, what do we want a pawn to be? So a pawn, it knows where it is at all times, right? So it'll have an XY coordinate set. Also, what else will a pawn do? It has stats. Let's actually do that in a subdescribe because I want specific stats, not state. It has health. It has, what else does a pawn have? So if we think about things like Dwarf Fortress and RimWorld and you know, games like that, that's kind of what we're going after. It has bio information, you know, name and gender and all that kind of stuff. It has this isn't actually the best wording, but we'll think about that later. I don't care. I just want to see what it has. We'll get the perfect wording later. All right. What else would it have? Well, let's leave it at that for the moment. I have to completely define it. So first of all, that is not what did I do? Do I not have my shortcut set up? Oh, balls. I've got to put my spec runners in. All right. I'll have to do that later. No examples found. Did I misspell something? Spec models. Oh, I forgot to put. Forgot one. Uninitialized constant pawn. Yes, that is true. All right, so. But we're running. So we've got specs that run in the right place. That's good. So let us this. And we have a class of pawn. Right. So now if I run that, I won't get that error anymore. Yes, I will, because you know why? Because I acquired it anywhere. Models. Why? Oh, yeah, I can't glob them because the order may come out wrong. Why I didn't do that. Oh. Oh, accidents. Got your meeting canceled. Love it. That deserves huzzah. All right, so now I'm loading my pawn model. I think this will work now. Yeah, there we go. All right, so they're all skipped, which is fine. All right, so now my pawn. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. And let's get rid of that. I only want to work on one thing at a time here. All right, so it knows where it is at all times. That means that there you go. Canceled meaning always deserves one of those, doesn't it? All right, so let's create us a new pawn, and then let's say pawn expect pawn dot x not to be nil. Expect pawn dot y be nil. Now, I may be doing naive things here from a game programming standpoint because I'm not a professional game programmer. So I don't know if this is the proper way to keep track of your pawns, but it seems reasonable to me, so I'm going to do it like that for now. I want an... Yeah, I'm going to need that. Because I need to read and write these. I think. Do I need to write those from outside, or will it be, well, just whatever. And then we want to initialize, and we need to have an X and a Y. Or where is this pawn created? Where is it spawned, right? Are we going to want a Z? Do we want to try to do multiple layers like Dwarf Fortress, or are we just going to have one layer like RimWorld? I think let's stick with one layer. I'm going to get confused enough as it is. It's going to be a big enough project. Let's not make it worse for ourselves. We can always add a Z layer later if we want. I think though, let's do this because it's nicer. Weiss? Poisson? Fishies. Oops. Nice, nice, nice. All right. So now I know you guys are really excited about the RSpec stuff, but oh, damn it. I'm so used to muscle memory there. Sorry. Missing keywords. Oh, yeah. Well, of course. First of all. And but let's make this, let's just, you know, put it somewhere. So now I can expect these to actually be particular values. Right? Damn it. I'm going to do that all day. Such muscle memory. All right. All right. So that passed. Great. Now the other accessors I'm going to need are health and bio. I think what I'm going to want to do is make bio its own structure. I don't know yet whether it's a hash or a class or what, but I don't think we want like individual things for first name and last name and on the pawn itself. That seems goofy, so we'll just call it bio. So its initial health. I'm just going to set it to 100 for now. Maybe we want that to be variable later, but and so right now we want that to equal 100, right? I'm getting ready to do that thing again. All right, so that passes and has bio information. Now, I think, how do I want to do bio? Because this is going to have stuff like first name, last name, age, background, family relations, you know, that kind of stuff, if you think about those kind of games. So do we just make that a hash, or do we make it an actual class, or like an open struct, something like that? I'm not sure what's going to be the best way to do that. Well, how do I want to access it, I guess, is the question. So I'd want to do something like on.bio.firstname. If it's a hash, it would be I mean, I'm actually okay with that. And I think a hash is going to be an easier thing to deal with. Unless there are bios that I'm going to have to... No, it's fine. We'll just store it in a hash. Okay, so... initialize it to just an empty hash. Now, I think I want to initialize all the stuff. Oh God, what did I just do? That was the wrong button. Show. We're gonna have name, last. There's all kinds of stuff that's gonna be, but background. Like, what's their story? Do you? You could have something like, no, that doesn't belong in the bio. Let's start here. It's fine. Fine. So right now it's going to default to blank. That's fine. I just want to note they're there. These tests more sophisticated later. All right, those are all passing. What else do we want a pawn to do? The pawn's going to need what? It can take damage to reduce its health, right? All right, so I'm going to say pawn, take damage 10. And then if I do that, his health should be down to 90, right? Which that won't pass because there is no take damage method on pawn yet. But there soon will be. Now, we're going to want a method to decrease health and a method to increase health. I could generalize that, but when you're reading the code, it's going to make better. It's going to read better if I have something like take damage and then heal, right? And they just are positive or negative amounts, and they can just call a private method, which I realize in MRuby has no functionality, but does for my brain. So adjust health amount, and then health amount, right? So let's leave that behind for now, and we'll say adjust health negative amount, right? Because we're subtracting that. So this should in fact work. Did not work. Undefined method for nil class. Oh, well, because I'm a dummy. Jeez, chat, why'd you let me do that? There we go. Okay, so it can heal, increase health, right? Can't hold my hand all the time. Well, damn it, sire. So let's say pawn take dot. Take damage 10, and then let's heal 5, right? And then we expect pawn to equal 95, right? So these really, I mean, yes, we could just call adjust health directly, but these are convenience methods that make the code nicer to read, that's all. Right, so now if I do that, that should work. Yay. All right, so I should, now, what if I just did, so my health is 100 and I just call heal 5. That should be invalid. I need to have a max health, right? So what I actually need is a max health and a current health, right? So raise exception if take damage is a positive number and heal is a negative. Yeah, I probably should do that. You're probably right. Get to that in a moment. So our pawn max health should start at 100 here. Probably going to be variable at some point, but and then its current health should start where its max health is. When it spawns in, it should be completely healthy, right? By default. So what we want is not health, we want max health, current health. Max health that. That. Well, right, yeah. Like they're sickly. Like, what if you get healed really badly? I'm gonna heal you. I mean, fair point. Yeah, you're correct. If they're, I mean, these things will need to be variabilized somehow, and they will have some kind of, like, if they have this trait where they're sickly, maybe the current health is, 80% or something, or they're holy water given to a vampire pawn. Yeah, I mean, so there will probably be ways to increase or decrease max health and your starting current health and stuff. I agree, and those are the kind of things that I think we should be putting as why can't I think of the word? What's wrong with me? On GitHub as issues. Those are the kind of things that are good for issues, I think, so that I don't forget to do them. All right, so should that work now? Did I do current health, max health? This should be current health. There we go. All right, so now I think we should be back to working. Yep. Broke something. I missed one. I miss... What? Did you mean heal? Oh, I didn't mean heal. Where did I miss it? Oh. That's where I missed it. Change. As health, yes. As current health. There we go. Now we're cooking. There. Yep. I like it. All right, now. So, not heal past max health. So it's at 100. If I say heal 5, then to still be 100, right? This should fail currently because I've got no protections for that. Yep, I got 105. Not what we want. What we want is if no, there's a better way to do that. Got to be a better way to do that. How do I just clamp this? Does Ruby? He doesn't have a clamp, does it? Is it just max? Oh, it does have a clamp. Some bitch. Like it. So you just clamp min, comma max. Wait. So it would just be this clamp. Don't want it below 0. You don't want it above max health, right? Yeah. Well, it looked like it was this, but well, let's see. Let's see what the old tests say. All right. Oh. I didn't have a problem with the syntax, but it didn't work. Oh, on. That work. We shall see. No, that still doesn't work. The hell? All right, let's. So if I have a number, 1, 2, 3, and then I clamp 0 to 100. Okay. If I have health, 1, 2. Health, clamp 0 to 1. Okay. Why this not working? Oh. Yeah. Come on, chat. You know what the problem is, and you let me do it. You just sat there and let me do it. Chat. What I don't understand is why that wouldn't have worked to begin with. Let's see. YouTube is filtering your messages. It filter. Sure, it was YouTube, but not. Well, I don't think I have any filters set up on bots. All right. I want to see. All right, so Sire had a Sire put that out. Yeah, so you got clamp, minimum, comma, maximum. Yeah, so because it doesn't actually set it. So if I do this, whoa. Oh. Oh, yeah, well, duh. Let's say 100. Expected operator assignment. Yeah, I could do that, but I'm not. Okay, but I mean, all right, see. Good God, think a little bit. Oh. Yeah, let's clamp it to O. That'll work. Oh God. All right. Yeah, I think this will work. It will not work. What? What? Yeah, so I got to do this. I don't like that. They need one of these. They have one of those? Have one of them. Or better. Doesn't look like they have one of them. That's a bummer. Well, nuggets. All right, well, just do it the ugly way, I guess. I guess. There we go. Yeah, I wish there was too. That would have saved me all this typing. I mean, that about broke my fingers right there. Right? I mean, they got bloody bang methods for everything else. Why can't they have one for this? Now I'm all sad and grumpy. Thanks, Ruby. Numeric can't mutate. Well, that might have a point there. I don't like that point, but maybe it is. Can I implement one? I'm sure I probably could, but I really don't want to. So yes and no. Could I? Yes. Will I? No. All right. So we've got a max health. I mean, we've kind of got a min health by default. I mean, that's 0. You can't. I mean, I guess you could go less than 0 health. You can in D&D, so, but we'll just, our rule is 0 health is dead. You know, dead and very dead are the same thing. All right, so what else will a pawn be doing? A pawn should have a job. So the way these kind of games work is this pawn gets a job. Well, no. This pawn gets a state. The pawn should have a state, and then a state machine should run what the pawn is doing, right? Yes. Now, what is a valid state? Don't know. To start out with, we're going to have what do we want to call? We're going to want to define some constants for these states. So we want them to be in pawn, state, and we'll have one called idle. Okay, sound good? Everybody like that? So in pawn, so how about after that? States. Calls. Array of symbols. You could be right. Is that going to be... So I'd have something like that. No. Oh, that's not how I would call it. Yep, keep it simple. Actually, I don't want to define this in crap. All right, so here's a philosophical question. Is it going to be better to have states defined inside pawn and states defined inside other things like items and buildings and stuff, because they will have states, or Will it be better to have a states module that defines pawn states and item states and building states and yada yada? What's the better way to do that? Not really sure. I mean, it's really just an organizational thing, right? So if I do states inside a pawn, then if my brain is in the context of pawn, I can see these are the states that are valid for a pawn. Am I ever going to want to be in a context where I'm looking at all the states of my game to see what kind of different states I have? Yeah, I think it's better to define it pawn. Ruby doesn't have proper enum support. What do you mean by proper enum support? It has an enumerator. What would you consider proper? Because it could do a lot of things with enums. Oh, how do I want to? Well, maybe mruby. I would imagine that mruby has some. I mean, not sure how I want to define this. How do I want to define this? All right, chat. How do I want to define the states that are in the pawn? I mean, they need to be set states. It's not a variable thing. They need to be constants. How do we want to define them? Because I am used to calling in Ruby things like this. That's how I'm used to seeing them. Well, that's start scene. Where's that from? I don't think I want these to be numeric. I think I want them to be strings. But oh, I don't have a state yet. And I don't need to minimize these because this isn't. Yeah, we could, but why wouldn't we just put it right here for this? Because honestly, are we going to have overlapping states? And even if we do, like if I have an idle state for an item, say, do I care if I redefine that in item states? That it has its own I'm not sure that makes sense, but let's say machine, right? We have a machine object and it has states. And one of its states is idle. So do I need just one idle state that I pass around and pull in, or do I just redefine idle under here? I think from an organization standpoint, it's going to be easier to have these in here, I think. So always going to start with idle state. Yay! We did a thing! And then we'll have to figure out what other states it can have, but essentially a pawn is going to be a state machine, for lack of a better term. It's a little bit more than that, but I know, right? We get one. We did a thing. We have green tests. All right, what else does a pawn need to do? Let's think about this a little bit. Little bit. Okay, so it's carrying information. Can increase and decrease health. It's got health clamps. It has a valid state. I want to group this. There, it's all the health stuff. Well, not really. Because this is health stuff. This is, for me anyway, the hardest part of writing tests is just getting the language. I'm just going to leave it like that for now. Can have its state changed, so we'll do that, but we also right? So we want to make sure I can't just set it to whatever I want to. It has to have something that means something. So if let's define ourselves another state. So moving. I know a lot of people do, but I'm a big TDD person. That's how my brain works. So I do all the TDD things. What did I do? Okay. Right. Did I mean, yes, I meant pawn. I did in fact mean that. Thank you, R-Spec. Okay, good, that works. All right, and now if I try to do something like this, no, not even that. Right, I should what it should do is just not change the state. It should just basically ignore that. Now this should fail. And it does. Yep, because it got bogus state. So what it should do is well, now I need a method for this. Okay. I want to do this. Should we do this? So what I want is a set state method. State, right? And So I don't want this to be directly accessible. You can read it, but you can't set it. Right? Right. If how can I see if it's an easy way to see if a module contains constant. Can I even? Ah. Well, there you go. So I should be able to do something like oh, I can't do it from there. Oh. Not running Rails. Yes, I want to paste 4 lines of text. Thank you. That. No, that wasn't it. What was it? What were it? Constant defined. Get it? I'll get it, chat. Okay. Now. Is this a thing? No. What? How do you reference? Oh. Constant. Classes, constants. Okay. So this? Oh. Ew. Huh. I done learned something. If states find that upcase the Ruby thing, or am I thinking of a different language here? Yeah, case. Right, so as long as I have a naming convention here, that should work. So that didn't work. Undefined method state. Oh. Correct. There we go. That should do it. Guaranteed to work. Hey! Holy hell, that worked. All right. What else? What else do we need a pawn to do? Let's see. Let's put this in. All right. And let's see. The other thing a pawn is going to need is there's going to be a lot of things, but let's see if we can get to a point of putting something on a screen. So the other thing it's going to need is some way to tell the screen what it wants to draw. So it needs to have what does it need to have? It needs to have a sprite. Draw and tick methods. Actually, well, yes, but I don't want them in here. I want this to just be a data object. I don't want it to do any of the view layer stuff. Separation of concerns. I think. Now, maybe what we want to do is make this a pawn data class. And then have a pawn class that uses this. But yes, you're thinking in the right direction, but I want to I'm trying to keep this kind of to an MVC type structure. So I consider that stuff view layer. I don't want that conflated with my model layer, because otherwise tests get really nasty. Griping about? Well, whatever. I mean, yeah. It doesn't like using set. But I do. I mean, what else is there? Set state. Trying to set its state. All right, so I want the pawn to have a... You mean that? Yeah. Yes, I can do that, but I want this to actually be a method call. I want it to look like a method call. So yes, you're correct. I can do that, but I don't want to do that for readability. All right, so it should have a base sprite. Eventually, these things will have like sprite layers, right? But so I'm just going to go ahead and call this base sprite instead of just sprite. So that I can keep it straight in my head right now. So But what actually am I going to store here? Am I storing? I'm not storing the actual sprite definition. I'm storing a index to a sprite sheet, right? Is that right? I think so. And it should be an XY, right? So we will default it to 0, 0. Path? Well, I wouldn't think it'd be path, because my path for my pawn sprites should just be known, right? My pawn sprites live in here. What I'm interested in on this particular pawn, though, is which sprite in that sprite sheet, right? So what I'm interested in with this pawn is the actual index of the sprite, right? That's what this thing needs to carry, I think. Let's see. I don't know why I'm memoizing here. I would never need to do that here. Makes sense what I'm saying about the sprite sheet? Or am I thinking wrong? It's possible. I mean, I've been known to think wrong. Thought I was wrong once before, but I was mistaken. All right, so also I want... oh, it's not base sprite, it's base sprite index now. Say that? I said that. Pretty sure I said that. Actually, it's not an index. What it is, address. Really. Let's call it that. So let's change it here. Right? That makes more sense to me. Does that make more sense to you? Okay. So... right? No, apparently not right. What? Oh, I put it as... Incorrect. There we go. Okay. Now that I've got this, right, and I've got a pawn, I honestly think this should be this, because pawn is going to be the thing that's on the screen moving around using this data. Yes. Oh no. No. Fine. I need. I don't have one. Oh. I broke it. Yep. It's true. Now you should be. Well, I still broke it. Yep. 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 Get there, chat. Don't worry. There we go. Guaranteed. Oh, balls. Missed one. I sure did. Now guaranteed. Why pawn data instead? Where? Like here? Or the file name, you mean? Because, I mean, yeah. The snake case one is the class name. And pawn underscore data is the instance of that class. That's just that's a convention. And oh, the file name? Again, that's a Ruby convention. That's why. We don't capitalize file names. So I don't think there's any hard and fast rule in Ruby. I think that's just the convention. Like, I don't think there's any mechanical issue with it. All right, so I am going to need to, well, before I do that, all my tests are passing. Just got through telling you that. So, maybe somebody here can tell me why I'm... Oh, yeah. Is that what I typed? Label. What's your problem? What's your problem? Yeah, that's... Yeah, but it should just show me what the... What... My God. Hey. DCS? Oh, screw it. I'll worry about that later. All right, so... We're clear, yeah? Oh, balls. That. Oh, version... Oh, wow. Well, if you ever work with more than just you, you're going to want one. I promise you, that has saved my butt so many times. Alone? Yeah. I mean, I will say I don't like version controls other than Git. I've never found one other than Git that I will with. Yeah, back in the day, I used the one that Microsoft made. I can't remember what the hell it's called anymore, but oh God, it was abysmal. That was a hateful thing. All right, so let us make now a pawn class. So I know I'm going to need to that, right? Well, yes, that's true. I spent a very large portion of my career saying very nasty things about Redmond. Not the people that live there, did you? Although, there are probably some, but... Alright, so this thing will use... Just going to do that for the moment. Actually, why don't we just go ahead with this? Because we know we want. Oh, I can't do delegates. Shoot. All right, we'll just have to do it like this. Yeah, I can't omit the hash value in MRV. Thank you very much for reminding me and bringing up that source subject. Meh. All right, so we've got our pine data. Yeah, making trees, whatever. Pawn data. Find. So this thing needs to have a sprite. So this will actually be the sprite. So it needs to have a sprite sheet path. We're gonna call that. I have a place for sprites. Yes, I did. So where did I? Okay, so my path is going to be something like that, right? Figured out a thing. Pawns. Call that pawns. Like it. And griping about. All right, so now how the hell do you? I want to do this like I did tile. Going. Yep. I did this tile. Sprite. So I'm going to put out something like this. Size we want. This is going. And instead of putting primitive marker, I can do. Yes, yes, I can. I can do this thing and not have this thing. But again, for me, it's kind of 6 one, half dozen the other, and I've already done this, so I'd rather be consistent with myself. But yeah, you're right. So the tile X and the tile Y is this isn't defined properly. But I need a hash that has an X, Y. I just broke my tests. Cause damn it. It's okay, chat. Well, I. Actually, what I want to be. That I do. So this is just better anyway. doing your problem set for class. What problem set? Also, welcome. So now I want to that. Right? Yep. Yeah. I think that's okay. Yes, you're right. I need to learn some new muscle memory. In C, I need to display a string of text as each letter is binary. Oh. Well, I don't know C, so how does that look in C? I know how it would look in Ruby, but I don't know how that would look in. Well, I think I know how I would do that in Ruby. But that's going to be way different than C. Sure. All right, so back to the sprite. So, good luck with that. I'm assuming you're doing like a CS major or something in college, university, uni, whichever part of the world you're in. This needs to be my pawn data base sprite address X. Yeah. Right? CS50. Ooh. Ooh. That sounds daunting. Is it? You having fun? Are you enjoying it? Or is C just a thing you gotta get through for the degree? And you'd rather be doing other languages? Because I had some of those. So I don't know what the size is. Let's just call it 4 for the moment. And X and Y here can just, I don't care. Let's call it fun but frustrating. I mean, that's college, right? That's, I don't care what degree you're taking. That's just school. At least that's my memories of it. Of course, since it took me 7 years to graduate, maybe I had too much fun. A frustration. I don't know. Yeah, my university asked me to take a break after my sophomore year. Yeah, but should figure out whether college is what you want to do or not. So I think that's what our sprite needs to kind of look like. So if I make myself a little sprite sheet, how did I do that? Forgot how to make it. How I made the. Oh, crap. What's that thing called? Ace Sprite, Ace part. My main? No, I put that. Another thing I put on here. Pretty. Hold on, chat. Let me find out what this is. I can't even remember. Ace Sprite. Yes. Thank you, Cameron. That was the one. Damn it, I didn't put it on here. My current terrain sprite sheet, flip it and call it good. Well, but that would be the smart thing to do, damn it. Yeah. Why don't I just do that so that we can get on with getting on? Where's my sprite sheet? Where's that? Where's that? Right there. There it is. There it is. All right, we're gonna copy, paste this. Oh, it pawns? Is that what I said? Say that's what I said. And then don't care. It'll be a little blue pawn, I think. That's fine. So let's get this world tile out of the way. All right, now I need to making a game. Yeah, just kind of playing around. I've open sourced this stuff just to kind of play around with Ruby game development with Dragon Ruby, because found out that was a thing, and I love Ruby and I play games, so I figured I'd figure out how they're made. Because why the hell not? You know? Something to do. So we're doing something that's kind of like a, I don't know if you're familiar with like Dwarf Fortress or RimWorld, those kind of games. We're doing, going after something that's that-ish. So, all right, so I need these guys to show up in the play map. Not in the play map itself, in scene. All right, so in my play map tick, at some point, am I doing my initialization? All right, let's load up a world map that we've got saved. See, isn't this pretty? That's the prettiest thing you've ever seen, I'm sure. All right, let's just go in here and do a play map. So here, in the case that I'm, God, I gotta do some work, fibers, and see if I can get this FPS screwed. But anyway, in the case that I've got, that we come to this scene and it's not a loaded scene. If we're starting out, want to spawn whatever pawns we're going to spawn, right? So that's going to be almost impossible to see if I've got a blue pawn, so we'll want to make him something else. But this is where I'm going to want to spawn him in. So that's in the play map. generate play map. All right, so down there, so we only want to spawn them if we're in this generate mode. So we want to spawn a pawn, right? See what I did there, chat? Shut up. Oh, all right, I know it's a crappy. Yes, calm down. Let's just spawn a pawn, and not worry about too much what we're going to call that at the moment. I may just keep that because I think it's frickin' funny. No? Why not? So, Urban, tell me a little bit about what part of the world you're in. Spawn a pawn at dawn on the lawn. There you go. So yeah, tell me. Sorry, my brain went to work and distractions and all kinds of crap. Yeah, tell me about the what. Oh, Ireland, cool. And you're going to school for CS? I've got Irish heritage. I've always wanted to go visit that, but I've never had a chance to go. Love to though. So what are you wanting to do with your CS degree if you get it? And what's your favorite language so far? Programming language. Not like English or Spanish or French. All right, so let's see. Let us do... Oh, could I use... No, I don't want to... I don't need a render. All right. Args. Redner. Swear to... I've got to get a different keyboard. My fingers are just not working on this one anymore. Dad with computers his whole life, so I kind of grew up with computers. Yeah, my story too, but years and years ago. So I'm gonna do CS. Probably gonna work for some tech company, and Python's been my favorite. Oh, Python's a good language. I don't use it much. I've dabbled in it, but I've never professional Pythoning. But it's yeah, Python's a nice. I'm just gonna name this something stupid for the moment. And then I want to make it. Let's see. Get there in a second. Let's make him 16 by 16, just so. Let's see. How about that? Does that sound good? What the hell did I just do? All right, so I need a pawn. And I need an X of, let's call it 50. And a Y of, let's call it 50, right? And so I want that into my primitives, right? Right. think that's all correct. Is that all correct? Just so I can see what I'm, because guaranteed this isn't going to work the first time. There is no chance. All right, so let's start here. Oh, I blew something up. Missing keyword X. Oh, I'm a dum-dum. Picky thing. You aren't in the business of mind reading yet, are you, Ruby? Damn. Try again. Yeah, my dad was in the military, but he worked with computers his life, and so I got, you know, my first Apple IIc with the big ass 8.25-inch floppies, and it had 2 of them. That was hot shit back then, man. And I think it went up to 4 megs of RAM, and you could push a turbo button and get 8. Whoa. Blazing. Let's see. Method named arg. Oh. I know, right? I was big deal back then, baby. It was high. I told you I was hot snot, man. I was the big cheese on the cul-de-sac because I had 4 megabytes and a turbo button. That's with me, buddy. I could make little square balls bounce around the screen like nobody's business. That's right. And not only that, I could copy my friends who only had 1 floppy drive. I could copy their stuff onto another drive. Oh, you should have seen the lines of people wanting to copy their stuff. Not had to hand assemble your code into 1K because that's all you had. You've never lived. This is true. Or if you don't know how to read punch cards, oh, the girls, man, lining up. Can't even imagine. Oh, and the best thing, go over to my friend's house. He had a C64 Commodore, you know, from Radio Shack, that place that used to exist. Put in a cassette tape to load up some awesome game. Go eat lunch. Loading games off a cassette tape, baby. That was the life. All right, so where am I at? What did I do? Screw up. What have I hosed here? Oh, I haven't hosed any. Oh. What the hell did I do? I got distracted. Loading screens. Yeah, that was some loading. All right. All right, let's load that map up. Yeah, this is nothing compared to that cluster. All right, what have I got here? Spawn upon. Oh, God bless it. Yeah, that's what I was doing. Got to pass the ARGs in. I got to figure out a different way. Crap out of me. All right. Load. I'm trying to do. Yes, let's start there. All right. Well, I didn't blow up that time, so that's something, I guess. But why didn't spawn a pawn? Let's see. Do I have a pawn? Soldered a cable into Atari 4400 to enable the use of peasant-grade cassette recorders. In fact, we could shortcut this discussion, go straight to the 4 Yorkshiremen Monty Python's. True. Truth, my friend, truth. Yeah, you're right. It could be blue, but I should have gotten a printout of something. Dragon Ruby, stop telling me my frame rates suck. I already know this. I need you to get out of the way so I can see what I'm actually trying to put in there. Let me. Okay. Put something really easy to spot here. Can I have that? Is that a thing you'll let me do? Maybe. Aha! Got a thing. All right, now stop, so you don't put that on me. All right. Well, okay, so it made the pawn. Looks like stuff got... Oh, I said it. It's the X100, Y100. That is where that sprite is. No, I want that at... First of all, that's not what my problem is. That would be a problem. Tile height and width. All right, so let's see if I can make this so that it can't hide on the screen. What I need to do. I need to see. That's 1, 2. I don't have any of green ones on that map, so 6. These are 4x4, so it should be the Y will be 0 and the X will be 5, 6. 4? Yeah, 24. I think. Tile width. This is... No. Wait, what? Oh, the tile X. Yeah, okay, so the sprite address I need is... setting the sprite address to. So I want this to be 20. Correct? Oh. Chat. Come on now. Yeah, I'm creating a render target, but I'm not actually doing anything with it. Her. So I've got the render target there, and then I need to I got to put that in the sprites, right? Let's get find. And why am I? Okay, and then I've got to do this. Get set to the play map sprites. So that's joining all those. But what? Oh, okay. What? I've got to do this. All right, let's forget about the render target for the moment. Straight to the sprites. I've got something out of whack here. I'm not remembering something properly because it's been 2 weeks I've messed with this. Okay, let's go here. And what did I screw up? Huh? Son of a gun. Yeah, that reloaded, but now I'm kind of gotta restart. Getting tired too. A very long day. Well, I mean, great, but where the hell is it? I do have those greens. All right. 2, 3, 5, 6, 10. Let's just try. Yeah, well, I would, except I've got the render target doing something wrong. But also I'm gonna make it just white so I can bloody see it. I think that's correct. No, it's not. Jeez. What's wrong with me? Right? Yeah, X is the horizontal. Yeah. Ay. Yep, I'm getting tired. All right, I'll try that. Let's see what happens there. And I don't see it. All right, so we're getting into the right code. I'm just not rendering it correctly, or it's off the screen or something, but should be there. Frame rate is phenomenal. Okay, well, so this is just a rendering problem. We know we're getting pawns being created. We've got the data object going correctly. I've forgotten how to do all the rendering stuff properly, so I just need to go review that. But it's up on time. So what I'm going to do push this up. Good. I'm going to check out develop branch and merge this in. I mean, not something we can merge. But did I spell it wrong? Yes, I did. Okay. And push that up. So develop is up to date. Yeah, 25. I missed that. See? 5th, 25th. It should just know what the hell I'm talking about, right? Computers are supposed to read minds. Isn't that what ChatGPT is for? It's a mind reading device, isn't it? I thought we were there. We're not there? Damn it. All right. Anyway, I'm just going to have to call that a day for now because my eyes are glazing over. It's been a long day. I had stuff at work this morning just brain draining me all day. So we'll get back to it. But we made some good progress. I've got some organization done, got some planning done. We got the pawn data stuff done. And what's going on here? Oh, didn't reload properly. Okay. Scared me. Required ChatGPT mind reader. I wish. It'd be a lot easier to write. There are some things I want to play with ChatGPT with Dragon Ruby to see how far along it's gotten with its recommendations for things. But that's another topic for another day. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that. I will not be here next week for either this or the Rubber Duck Dev Show because I am taking a long overdue vacation. I'm out next week, but the following week we'll be back. This Thursday, we're going to be talking about Rhoda. So if anybody's interested in that, Thursday at 3 p.m. Eastern, we have the Rubber Duck Dev Show, and we have guest on to talk about Rhoda. I know, Sire, I'm disappointed too, but I promise you I need a break and things will be better the week I get back. So, mental health is important. I know, no vacation for me. Well, there's a big deploy going on at one of my customers the Tuesday that I go on vacation, and so I will be in Slack checking on it, so it won't be a total vacation, but hopefully it'll just be a, yes, all went well, rest easy, sir, type of thing. But anyway, thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. I will see you guys in a couple of weeks if I don't see you Thursday, and we will continue on with the pawns, and we will, by golly, get this working. So, maybe I'll have some nicer looking graphics by then. Not amazing. I'm not a graphics artist, but at least it won't just be a colored square. Maybe maybe I could make a stick figure. See. Anyway, thanks for hanging out. Hope you guys enjoyed that. If you did, please make sure to like and subscribe, or follow if you're watching this on Twitch. And if you haven't joined the Dragon Ruby Discord, I would highly recommend that you do so. It's a fun bunch of people and have fun in there all the time. So I will see you in a couple of weeks. And until then, happy programming.